Let's dive into the most jaw-dropping, top-trending WWE news picks that are guaranteed to blow your mind, including The Rock gets loud boos from live crowd at show, Triple H sends a message ahead of blockbuster match between two Royal Rumble winners on WWE RAW, why is Gunther missing Elimination Chamber 2024, Brock Lesnar is done with WWE for good, Bianca Belair reveals the biggest thing she learned about her relationship with Montez Ford, Cody Rhodes makes a phone call to complete his shield against the Bloodline, The Rock addresses wild, unpredictable, untamable SmackDown moment, and more. Let's dive right into it. First off, Triple H sends a message ahead of blockbuster match between two Royal Rumble winners on WWE RAW. This week's WWE RAW episode marks another step along the journey to WrestleMania 40 as Triple H arranges some significant matchups for the event. The chief content officer took to Twitter to generate excitement for one of the bouts. Following recent tensions between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, who were once partners, they are set to clash on Monday night. This showdown occurs just 5 days before Elimination Chamber, after which they are expected to concentrate solely on their WrestleMania pursuits. Triple H indicated that Rhodes has a clear path to the shows, slated to take on Roman Reigns, while McIntyre is still navigating his way. DM Hunk stands a good chance of securing a shot at the World Heavyweight title against Seth Rollins, though nothing is certain. The game's announcement was accompanied by a video package for the impending match. One superstar whose path to #WrestleMania is clear, and another will do anything to clear one of his own. The American Nightmare at Cody Rhodes versus at Drew McIntyre WWE tomorrow, live on WWE RAW 8/7 tweeted Triple H. Despite Triple H's efforts to hype up this match for WWE RAW, it's improbable that there will be a clear victor. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre can't risk being pinned so close to WrestleMania. They both need to be safeguarded in anticipation of potential world title victories in April, so anticipate a non-conclusive outcome. What are Triple H's plans for WWE RAW this week? The last episode of WWE RAW before Elimination Chamber is packed with significant matches and moments. Alongside Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, another major event is Jey Uso's challenge for the Intercontinental Championship against Gunther. Triple H has also tweeted about this match, suggesting that main event Jey might pose the biggest threat to the Ring General's record-breaking IC title reign. Additionally, WWE RAW will host a last-chance battle royal to determine the final spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Chad Gable is scheduled to face Ivar, and the Judgment Day's entire male contingent will compete in an 8-man tag team match against DIY and Awesome Truth on Monday night. What unfolds on the last episode of WWE RAW before Elimination Chamber 2024? Share your predictions in the comments section below. Speaking of Raw, Top Raw champion recently lost a match for the first time in a while. At a recent WWE live event, Intercontinental Champion Gunther faced an unexpected defeat, albeit through disqualification. Given the champion's formidable reign, fans were taken aback by the outcome. During WWE's Road to WrestleMania 40 tour, which made stops in Fresno and Oakland, California, Gunther, gearing up for his title defense against Jey Uso on the Raw preceding Elimination Chamber, encountered an old rival, Chad Gable. The two had engaged in a memorable trilogy during the summer of 2023. However, history repeated itself as Gunther notched disqualification losses against Gable in both Fresno and Oakland. The surprising turn of events left fans pondering. Despite Gunther's dominance as Intercontinental Champion since 2022, some argued that Gable should have been the one to unseat the Imperium leader. This sentiment was echoed during their bouts in the summer of 2023, where Gunther emerged victorious, securing the longest Intercontinental Championship reign in history. The notion arose whether Gable should be the contender to dethrone Gunther, thereby launching his own dominant singles championship run. Gable, yet to claim his singles title in WWE, is perceived by many as deserving of such accolades. Speculation swirled that the loss may have been a setup for Gable's eventual shot at the Intercontinental Championship once again. Why is Gunther missing Elimination Chamber 2024? Fans expressed disappointment upon learning that Gunther would not be journeying to Australia for the 2024 Elimination Chamber. Following his absence at Crown Jewel 2023, it was disclosed that the Intercontinental Champion was restricted from exiting the United States of America for at least 6 months. The reason behind this restriction stems from the stringent residency regulations. After relocating from Europe to the United States of America, the Austrian star is bound by the 6-month rule prohibiting him from leaving the USA. With over 3.5 months elapsed, it's plausible that he will soon be permitted to participate in international premium live events by May 2024. A conservative estimate suggests that he may miss the Backlash event in France on May 4th, 2024, given the timeline. However, the exact date of the 6-month window remains uncertain, so this projection is speculative. Next up, Brock Lesnar went off script. Brock Lesnar has been conspicuously absent from WWE since SummerSlam 2023. His expected return during Royal Rumble 2024 was thwarted by a lawsuit and allegations involving Vince McMahon. Currently, WWE has distanced itself from both McMahon and Lesnar. Despite the silence from the Stanford-based promotion regarding Brock Lesnar, his indelible legacy in the pro wrestling industry remains intact. Over the years, the Beast has left an enduring mark with fiery promos, daring maneuvers, championship victories, and even memorable off-script moments. Speaking of which, Lesnar once shattered the glass of his Elimination Chamber match pod due to miscommunication. During Elimination Chamber 2022, Bobby Lashley's injury necessitated his removal from the match. Nonetheless, WWE intended to open Lashley's empty pod before Lesnar's. Unaware of this change, Lesnar anticipated his pod to open next. When it didn't, he forcefully broke the glass and entered the ring. The real reason behind this incident was reported by Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. At the 9:20 mark of the match, the idea was that Lashley's pod would be open since it was his time, but he wasn't there. Lesnar obviously knew Lashley was going to be taken out and not in the match, but he didn't know they were going to signal for Lashley's pod to open and it not be Lesnar's, as he figured he was next. He also knew that they were running low on time and had a hard out when the show had to be over. Lesnar thought it was a mistake and that his pod was supposed to open, so physically broke out of it and then destroyed everyone. The Beast emerged victorious in the match, capturing the WWE Championship and becoming the first superstar to claim a world title prior to WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar is done with WWE for good. Undoubtedly, the Beast has attained remarkable success in the industry, emerging as the highest-paid WWE wrestler in recent memory. However, since the allegations surfaced, he has been noticeably absent, prompting Eric Bischoff to speculate that Lesnar may choose to remain out of the limelight. I don't think he's, Brock Lesnar, motivated to be a public person or is going to try to reclaim his fame, if you will, for lack of a better term. And he's got enough money. He doesn't need to stack that cash. He'll buy another farm. He'll buy another. One of those $700,000 John Deere tractors or whatever they are, plant more potatoes or soybeans or whatever it is you do on your farm. That's what I would think Brock's going to do. I don't think there's any motivation on his part to try to resurrect his career. Currently, there's a widespread belief that Braun Breaker will ultimately step into the shoes of Brock Lesnar, a transition already evident in his appearance at Royal Rumble 2024. Following up, Bianca Belair reveals the biggest thing she learned about her relationship with Montez Ford. WWE superstar Bianca Belair recently discussed her relationship with her husband, Montez Ford, highlighting a significant difference between them. The EST stands as one of the most prominent names on the Stanford-based promotion's roster, boasting 2 women's championship reigns and a SmackDown Women's Championship victory. Additionally, she clinched the Royal Rumble in 2021. During a conversation with Sportskeeda's Emily May, Bianca shared insights into her experience working on a new show alongside her husband. I have learned that I always knew it, but I found out even more during filming that I have so much anxiety. We are really polar opposites in that area. He is calm, cool, and collected. And you see this crazy, charismatic guy in the ring. But when it comes to high-pressure situations, our schedule is getting hectic. He is just calm, cool, and collected. I am just like, no, we gotta plan this. We have to over-prepare. He is just like chill. Cody Rhodes makes a phone call to complete his shield against the Bloodline. Many within the WWE universe believe that WWE superstar Cody Rhodes needs to enlist the support of a top name to counterbalance the Bloodline. During last week's episode of WWE RAW, Seth Rollins confronted Rhodes, offering to be his ally against the Bloodline in light of Rhodes' decision to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL. Rhodes recently shared Rollins' comments on his social media, sparking discussions among fans. One comment on Rhodes' post emphasized the necessity for Rhodes to seek additional assistance against the formidable Bloodline, which now includes Roman Reigns, The Rock, Jim Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. While Rhodes now appears to have Rollins by his side, many wonder if it will be enough against such a formidable faction. Among potential allies, WWE veteran John Cena stands out. Cena has praised Rhodes in past interviews and has a history of battling members of the Bloodline, including The Rock and Roman Reigns. Some fans speculate that Cena would readily lend his support to Rhodes if asked, given their shared history and Cena's familiarity with facing the Bloodline in the ring. All Rhodes needs to do is make the call to complete his potential alliance. History repeats itself with Cody Rhodes. At WrestleMania 39, Solo's interference enabled Reigns to secure the victory over Rhodes. Just recently, The Rock vowed to do everything possible to ensure Rhodes exits Mania as a loser. Despite Rhodes and Rollins forming a formidable duo, it appears insufficient against the Bloodline. The WWE Universe would undoubtedly erupt if Cena were to join the fray and support Rhodes against the Bloodline, akin to Rollins. Should Cody Rhodes reach out to Cena? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The Rock addresses wild, unpredictable, untamable SmackDown moment. The Rock made a memorable impact on the latest episode of WWE SmackDown with a passionate promo. Recently, he took to Instagram to reflect on the segment, which quickly went viral online. During the show, the Bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, made a late appearance to address the live audience. The tribal chief touched on various topics before introducing the most electrifying man in all entertainment, The Rock. Together, they delivered insults to the attending fans, with the Great One particularly directing some pointed remarks toward the Utah crowd, intensifying his heel persona. Following the episode, the 51-year-old shared a video clip of his promo on Instagram, accompanied by the following caption: "This is a wild, unpredictable, untamable, crazy connection, and I love it. Number people's champ at WWE," he wrote. The return of The Rock will undoubtedly elevate the anticipation for WrestleMania 40, potentially making it even more monumental. It remains intriguing to discover whether the Great One will step into the ring at the show's shows and who he might face on this grand stage. And lastly, The Rock gets loud boos from live crowd at show. WWE superstar The Rock faced heavy boos from the live crowd at the Road to WrestleMania Super Show in Fresno, California, following his alignment with Roman Reigns' Bloodline on SmackDown. Upon his return to World Wrestling Entertainment, where he appeared to take Cody Rhodes' spot at WrestleMania XL, the Great One encountered backlash from fans who were invested in Rhodes' storyline. However, on a recent episode of WWE SmackDown, the People's Champ officially embraced his heel persona. He scorned the arena audience before declaring his allegiance to the Bloodline. A fan recently shared a video on Twitter from the Road to WrestleMania Super Show, capturing the moment when the crowd heavily booed as soon as The Rock's name was announced during the live event. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more wrestling content, and see you in the next video.